Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Monster Truck Championship, the Xbox Series S and X version. This was developed by Teon and published by Nacon and releases on March 16th, 2021. We don't quite have a price yet for this upgraded version, but we will try to put a link down in the description once it's available in the Xbox store. So right off the bat, what's different? Why should you buy this version of the game? So it's pretty much the identical game to the Xbox One version, but this time there's upgraded FPS performance as well as 4K visuals. Now, additionally, with playing the game, I've ran through the entire first National League and I'm working my way through the Professional League. Even down to the achievements, they're pretty much the exact same for the game. Still, just as challenging. You need to beat everything on the highest difficulty level, run through all the different tiers, etc. But the game actually, to me, feels a little better. I think the handling of the vehicles just maybe it's the frames per second just giving me a better visualization of how I'm playing the game, but I do think it plays and performs a lot better. The detail on the trucks looks great. I have compared both versions. I've got a Xbox One X, I've got a Xbox One S, and tried the game out on all of them. And honestly, like between going from the Xbox One versions of the game to the Series S and X, I really do feel like in this case you do notice a little bit of a difference. And by a little bit, I mean I'm failing this race horribly because it's hard to pay attention and talk. I think it's a massive difference. The overall presentation of the game is just a really good package, and I think what they're presenting here with this upgrade is more than just, hey, let's relaunch it. They really did do some fine tuning to give you a better experience when it comes to playing the game. Now let's see here if I can not get absolutely destroyed by the AI. Now, the game does still feature online multiplayer. It features everything that the original game has. It just performs better, looks better, and I can't drive for the life of me. You know what? Let's leave this event and we'll go try to do like a race or a freestyle or something. The game also still features the whole full sponsorship, team management system, all your standings, as well as a garage where you can customize tons of different equipment, online matchmaking, like I said. So, and in like a full tutorial for anybody who's like an absolute noob and doesn't really know what to do, it'll walk you through kind of all the nuances of how to drive a truck. So all that is still here. It's just in a much, more polished package. Honestly, I wish they would have, waited and just released the game like this to begin with, but I'm actually really happy with what we have. Getting to play through the game and experience all the, the races and levels and just kind of relive what I played a few months back. It is really enjoyable and fun to play. If I have to give the game any type of a re-rating, I did go back and, on the Xbox One version, I gave the game an 8.5 out of 10, which I thought was a really good score for the game at the time. I think the game is still lives up to that expectation and standpoint. My abilities to drive in the game don't, as you can see here on screen, but all I really need to do is flip myself over a bunch of times and I'll always manage to beat these. Disclaimer, I am playing on easy because it's just easier when it comes to trying to record and not having to look as bad as I thought I would, but instead I'll just look horrible while playing this for you guys. It's it's awesome, and giving the game a new rating and getting to kind of revisit it. I'm honestly going to give the game, a 9 out of 10 this time. I think they gave a much better polished package. I would like to see a little more variety than just 3 different, type of race modes. Like maybe they could have introduced like a destruction derby or, something down the line that could give me just a little more meat on the bone. I don't think it's quite there at the 10 out of 10 level. But when it comes to racing games on the console, we usually have, the just like Forza, Need for Speed, the same old games every time, and getting a monster truck game to kind of throw into the mix. Honestly, it fits all my like childhood dreams of watching like Gravedigger on TV or going to stadiums and seeing all these trucks just destroy absolutely everything. I think it's a ton of fun. It's a blast to play, and I would highly recommend that you guys do pick it up. I'm not going to blabble on forever with my opinions of the game. I'm going to let you guys just enjoy some of the footage here as we continue doing this one event out. I'm going to crank up the game volume here for you guys so it sounds a little better and you don't have to have it lowered down. But otherwise, if you do have any questions about the game, want to know more, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. And if you guys haven't already joined our Discord, you can enter in for giveaways that we literally run all the time. I think we just gave away the other day probably like $100 worth of games just because we felt like it. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will catch you guys next time. Let's crank up that volume, I'll stop talking, and let's see if we can finish this event.
Here comes the backflip, and lands upside down. This is total mayhem. Speeding like a rocket. Saved it. What a speed demon. Today we're in Charleston, West Virginia. Everyone came here to see some serious demolition, and I'm sure we all hope there'll be no mercy. The competition is about... Here's another run. Total destruction. Here's the bicycle. Nosedive into a somersault and back on four wheels. What a speed demon. The engine sounds really odd. It must have been seriously damaged. The crowd's loving it. Today, Kilgore in the Lone Star State is the capital of the monster truck world. Another driver started to run. Total destruction. A somersault there. One more minute. It's a good run, but so far not the best we've seen. From the sound of the engine, you can tell it's definitely damaged. The time is running out. Only 30 seconds left.